Good afternoon. It is Sunday, January the 3rd, and I thought I would try to make a quick flight on VATSIM, IFR, and the CJ4 from India 68 over to Richmond, Virginia, KRIC. And we're going to do this IFR and the CJ4 today. See what we can do this on VATSIM. Check the, we'll pull up here on the iPad real quick and see we look to have some ATC coverage here in the Cincinnati area. Already filed my flight plan, and you can actually see us here, November 716 Delta Mike on the map here at the Warren County Airport. We're going to try to fly over to Richmond. According to this, we should have ATC coverage the whole way through, so we're going to do our best to make this flight. So I filed India 68 direct to the Henderson VOR. And then we will fly the Spider 4 arrival into Richmond on the Montebello transition for the Spider 4. And then we filed and requested for the RNAV Yankee for runway 34 into Richmond. And that's what we're hoping for. We'll see how that goes. We'll take a look and brief up the arrival and everything once we get ourselves underway. So let's see if we can get this plane cranked up here and see what we've got for ATC coverage. We do have Indianapolis Center online, so that's our coverage for this area for taking off. So we will get the radios dialed in here shortly. Let's go ahead and get this plane cranked. All right, so let's go here. I'm going to turn on our battery. I'm going to go into dispatch mode. A couple of things first. We will set our position. Go there, and then there's our flight plan. India 68, I68 is our departure origin. We'll check the weather here real quick. Show on map for here. Winds 260 at 9. So we should be departing on runway 19. 260 at 9. Destination is KRIC, Kilo Romeo India Charlie, and that is our destination. And it's about 362 nautical miles, a little over an hour for flight time today. Is what we're looking at. And let's go ahead and HNN. I don't know if I can put that in here or not. I always get a little confused on that. Let's see. HNN. Nope. 2. That is not right there. There we go. Direct to HNN. All right. So we can execute that. We got our legs. HNN. Richmond, and we will go ahead and we're going to depart off of runway 19. We'll execute that. Departure 19. Okay, so let's go back to our perf. Take off here. Runway 19. Winds from India 260 at 9. 260 at 9. And we'll go ahead and drop that there. Outside air temperature is 4. Drop that there. Takeoff conditions are dry right now. That looks good. Feel like we're missing something here. I've not put in my passengers. There we go. Let's pull up our weights and balances here. We'll run over there at about 75% fuel capacity. So that's going to put us at a gross weight of 15,431. All right, so let's go here. We'll set this into here, there, and 152 pounds on the cargo. 15,432. We're 1 pound over, so we'll go 151 and adjust that. That puts us on our right takeoffs here. All right, runway 19, dry, 260 at 9, temperature is 4. Next here, we'll send that. Our rotation speed is going to be 104. So that'll send to the FMS now, and that will display on our speed bug there, show our rotation speed. And let's go ahead and do our arrivals. We are planning on and filing for the Dux 5. Nope, that is not true. Let's back up. Departures. Arrivals. Why are we not seeing the Spider 4? Procedures, arrivals. Spider 4 is not in the system. We can go with the Dux 5 though. Spider 4 was much better. I'm not seeing that in the system here. Arrival. Stars is Dux 5. There's the Spider 4. I don't know what I did there. I just overlooked it there. We had a little bit of a brain fart. All right, so that rise. That's Spider 4 transition MOL, and we are going to look for runway 34. We'll go RDAV Yankee, which is what we're also filing here. Boom. And that is the Dux transition. We'll execute that. And now our legs will actually show in here. Runway 19, direct HNN, which is the Henderson VOR, then to the what was the name of this one? Montebello VOR for the beginning of our arrival. We do have a flight level restriction of 210 there. And then we'll descend down to Reading at 13,000. Hemi between 11 and 12. And then we'll begin our arrival there, 4,000. There we have some. All right, that's good. So flight plan looks good there. We can approach, departure, arrival. Next, for our approach. We'll go ahead and plug in the weather at Richmond. We can do that a little later, but we'll go ahead and look it up right now. Weather there is 330 at 6. And the temperature there is 7. There we go. And there. And our approach speed is going to be 118. We'll go ahead and send that over to the FMS as well. Flight plan looks good. Next. Legs. That all looks good. All right. Let's go ahead here. We'll get this bird cranked. Go back here. Let's take a look at everything real quick. Throttles here, flaps up. All right. Let's go ahead and bring right side up. Watch our N1 rise here, or N2, I'm sorry. Watch that hit 11, and then we'll go ahead and hit the run button here. Bring engine number 1 online. We get a good start there. We'll bring our avionics up. Go ahead and get engine 2 starting. And then we'll bring on our climate control. We should already have our beacon light on. Okay, we have a pretty good start on engine number 1. Yep, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and bring our avionics online. There we go. Go back down here, engine 2 start. 9, 10, 11. There we go. Engine run. Go ahead and turn on our lights here. And let's get some fresh air going. Climate control to normal. Generators are in the on position already. Battery's on, that's looking good. Okay. Let's go ahead and go with our lower menu here. We'll put this in our position mode here. Turn that out. Let that show our position here a little bit later. I don't believe I can put a different monitor up over here. I think you could in the real plane have a different screen showing here, but we'll be good here. All right, we want to get our trim set. I'm going to bring our trim down here. I'm looking right here. We'll get down to the lower level of the green because it needs quite a bit of trim for the climb out here. That is set. Okay. Set the manual. All right, let's take a look at. Tell me we didn't lose our coverage. Let's see what we got here. Refresh, and of course we lost coverage to where we plan to go. Son of a gun, this is what wears me out with VATSIM. You get online, you plan to do a flight, and then your ATC coverage drops off. But we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Pretend that we're going to make it, and with any luck, Richmond, Virginia area will come back online before we get there. If not, we'll finish the flight without it. All right. A couple of things here. Let's check our spoilers. Yep, that works. Go out on the wings. Spoilers are opening. Yep, that works. Check it. Yep, ailerons are working. All right. I need to launch my SPAD.next drivers here so that I get all of my active on that profile. That's good. All right. Let's check our altimeter here. 299 or 7. 2997. Just adjusted it to that. Don't believe that's quite right. 299. That looks more right. 2999. At least within Microsoft Flight Sim. We are running live weather today. All right, Cincinnati is up. Let's get some information here so that we can get ourselves ready to copy down. We'll go scratch pads here. Let's clear that out. Go IFR to Kilo Romeo India Charlie, which is Richmond. Altitude assignment frequency and transponder. Okay. HNN is Henderson VOR. Just making some notes here, so we're going to expect Henderson. Spider 4 arrival. L, which is the Montebello transition. This is me, how I do some things just to make sure I get all the right information. Alright, we are showing on the map here. Our weather, 260 at 9. or 7, and I don't believe we're going to have any way of getting the ATC here. But that's okay. So going to be ready to copy down our IFR over to Richmond, expecting the direct Henderson VOR, then the Spider 4 arrival with the Montebello transition. That's what we're expecting, so we should be getting as filed. We'll get an altitude, we'll get a departure frequency, we'll get a squawk code, and we will get ourselves ready here. So let's find out what radios we need to tune in here. Approach departure center, top down. So 19550. That's where we're going to start. Let me get some headsets on here and see if we can't hear some.
Via Alpha 227 left and hold short advise ready for departure. Time in 9085 Delta.
Indy Center, hello, Southwest 4726, Mountain flight level 360 for 400 74 from Charleston.
Southwest 4726, thank you for the position report. Your radar contact. Position is reported. Squawk 6651.
Heading of 190 off the runway of 19. So I'm going to go ahead and tune that in here. 190. Get our autopilot set up for us here too as well.
Indy Center, Diamond 9085 Delta, holding short, runway 27 left, ready for departure. Diamond 85 Delta, stand by, 1 sec.
Indy Center, good afternoon. Citation 124 Mike Charlie, 325 for 380.
Diamond 85 Delta OSU wind, well, that's not coming up, sorry. Columbus winds 26010 on departure, fly runway heading, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff. Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, Diamond 9085 Delta. November 124 Mike Charlie, Indy Center, squawk ident.
Ident.
And November 124 Mike Charlie's radar contact 10 miles north and west of the Parkersburg VOF level 330. Welcome aboard. Climb maintain level 380.
Climbing 380, citation 4 Mike Charlie. Thank you.
November 7 Charlie Bravo leaving airspace to the east. Washington's offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change to advisories approved. Other flight. We'll see you next time.
All right, we're going to go to 122.870. Have a great day. Happy New Year, 770.
Same to you.
Good afternoon, Indianapolis Center. Citation 716 Delta Mike on the ground, India 68, ready to copy IFR over to Richmond.
November 716 Delta Mike, contact Cincy approach 123.87, 2387, he'll be out.
2387, citation 716 Delta Mike. Just hate that because you never know exactly who you're going to get. 2387. Do this 2387 here. 2387 is, oh, that's actually Cincinnati approach. in departure. Okay, missed that one. Good afternoon, Cincinnati approach. India or November 615 or November 716 Delta Mike on the ground at India 68, ready to copy IFR over to Richmond.
Citation 716 Delta Mike, clearance on request, stand by.
Standing by.
Delta 3245, say altitude indicated.
Down passing 3000, Delta 3245.
Delta 3245, radar contact, climb maintain 13,000.
Delta 130 for Delta 3245.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, have your clearance ready, advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, clear to the Richmond International Airport. Radar vectors the Henderson VOR, then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Your departure will be on this frequency, it's squawk 3710.
All right, we're cleared over to Richmond. Expect radar vectors to Henderson, then as filed, we'll climb to altitude of 5,000, expecting 290 after 10, and frequency with you, and we're squawking 3710, citation 716 Delta Mike.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, read back correct. Current weather, Lebanon, wind 260, 09er, 10-mile visibility, altimeter 297. Your release for departure time now, 1937 Zulu. Clearance void if not off by 1950 Zulu. Report this frequency with intentions. Report entering controlled airspace, runway heading.
Roger that. We'll fly runway heading, altimeter 29907, and clearance void after 1950, and we will contact you once we're in the air. Citation 716 Delta Mike. All right, we have everything we need. We want to climb 5,000, so let's get on the altitude pre-select here, get up to 5,000. I'm going to fly runway heading, which I've already set. Runway heading in this case is 190, so 5,000 on the pre-select. Runway heading 190, and we want to go to our autopilot here. We're going to put this thing in heading mode, and we're going to go into VS mode. And on VS, we want to climb up at about 2,000. We'll start out at about 2,000 feet per minute on our initial climb. So VS of 2,000, heading mode, altitude pre-select 5,000. Rotation speed right here will be 111. I'm sorry, wrong. 104 on the approach.
Delta 3245, contact center now, 119.55.
All right, so we are ready.
Enjoy your flight up to Las Vegas.
Over to Indy Center on 119.55, Delta 3245, thank you, sir, good day.
All right, so let's get ourselves airborne here. All right, we're going to take a look outside real quick. We are ready. We're going to depart on runway 19. All right, so let's go here. Looking out the window. Parking brake is coming off, and a little power. Taxi lights are on. Nav and strobes on, beacons on. Go ahead and get everything ready for takeoff here. Flaps down 15.
Cincinnati departure, good day,
Flaps are set.
4405, short of golf, please, taxi.
Flight director is on.
Southwest 4405, runway 27, taxi via Golf Juliet 2, Kilo 2.
Taxi via Golf, Juliet 2, Kilo 2, Southwest 4405.
All right, so as we're
Golf
taxiing,
Juliet,
let's just verify.
Juliet 2, Kilo
Flaps are
2.
set.
Golf, Juliet 2, Kilo 2, Southwest
Flaps are
4405.
indicating at 15%. We are heading mode on the 5,000 on the altitude pre-select, heading mode selected, vertical speed 2,000. We're going to fly runway heading, contact departure, which we are already on. So we will just give him a call. And we're on 123.87. Yeah, 123.87 is Cincinnati approach, so. Ourselves down here and get ourselves airborne. Don't believe we're going to need any anti-icing right at this moment. Warren County traffic citation 716 Delta Mike, back taxi runway 19.
Approaching runway 19.
Cincinnati approach up 53.
Runway 19.
IFR clearance to Atlanta.
3,300 feet remaining.
Hi, Delta 53, clearance on request, standby, expect PDC.
Oops. Bit over into the grass there. We got ourselves lined up. Ourselves stopped here. Let's take one last check of everything. Go ahead and get our pitot-static heat on. We'll go ahead and do our engine only icing, and we'll just go ahead and turn our anti-ice on just in case. This all looks good. This looks good. Flight plan is ready. Heading mode, VS mode, we're ready. We're going to climb. We're already trimmed, and flaps are set, and we are ready for takeoff. County traffic citation 716 Delta Mike, departing runway 19, straight out departure. All right, here we go. Power's coming in. Okay. Takeoff power is set.
Southwest 4405, will you be ready at the end?
Affirm Southwest 4405.
Southwest 4455, wind 26008, altimeter 29908, RNAV, finally runway 27, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, finally clear for takeoff to Southwest 4405.
And autopilot's coming on. That'll give us our vertical speed. Cincinnati approach citation 716 Delta Mike is 1,800, climbing 5,000.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, show you squawk and VFR, set 3710.
3710, 1 second. That was my bad. Tune 3710. Cincinnati approach citation 716 Delta Mike has got the squawk fixed now.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, radar contact 3,200, 21 miles west of the Midwest VOR. Climb maintain 13,000.
13,000 citation 716 Delta Mike. And we're going to go at the flight level change now. There we go.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, turn left heading 110. Proceed direct to Henderson VOR when able.
Left 110, direct to the Henderson VOR when able.
Southwest 4405, the altitude indicated.
2,800 Southwest 4405.
Southwest 4405, radar contact, climb maintain 13,000.
Up to 13,000, Southwest 4405.
Okay.
Cincinnati approach, good afternoon, Delta 1080, short of golf, ready to taxi.
Hi, Delta 1080. Good afternoon. Runway 27, taxi via Juliet 2, Kilo 2.
Delta to runway 27 via Juliet 2, Kilo 2, Delta 1080.
Okay, we should have just went direct to the Henderson VOR. And we did, indeed. And we went to nav mode off of heading mode. We turned to our 110 as indicated by ATC. We are now climbing 13,000. We should be climbing flight level change here. Are we not climbing? Here we go. Not sure what's going on there. Let's go with a vertical speed then. There's part of the problem right there. It pulled back on the throttles too much. My mistake. We're now back in our climb DTM. There we go. We'll go flight level change now. That's going to get us up to our 13,000. We are direct to the Henderson VOR. What do we have for ATC now?
Delta 1080, will you be ready at the end?
Affirmative, Delta 1080.
Delta 1080, wind 26008, altimeter 2998, RNAV Bonley, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
On quick takeoff runway 27, RNAV Bonley, Delta 1080.
Taxi lights are off.
Southwest 4405, contact center now, 119.55. Have a great flight
Landing
down to
lights
make
are
it
still on.
down.
We'll kill those when we get up to 10,000.
Contact
into
center
some sunshine here.
119.55, Southwest 4405. You have a great day.
Isn't Microsoft Flight Sim pretty awesome on these clouds? It's just amazing. I'm amazed every time I play this game at how good the graphics really are. Wish I had a 3080 series. I've got a 2070 Super card there. The clouds look great. They're a little bit pixelated, but hey, I'm running as good as I can with what I got. So, okay, we've been cleared up to 130 so far. Expecting flight level 290.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, contact center 119.55. Enjoy your flight over Richmond. Come back again.
Will do. Center on 119.55. Thank you for your help. See ya.
Altitude.
November 8870 Echo Indy, good afternoon. Squawk 6652, please.
6652, 8870 Echo.
Good afternoon, Indianapolis Center. Citation 716 Delta Mike is 12,500 climbing 1,300 direct Henderson VOR.
November 716 Delta Mike Indy Center, good evening. Climb maintain level 290.
290, 716 Delta Mike. Going up to 290. We need a flight level change here. We're going to overspeed here. Just bump the throttle. 290.
Right, November 8870 Echo, you were radar contact 3-4 miles to the north and east of the Rosewood VOR at 7,000.
8870 Echo.
260 on the indicated airspeed. We'll get on up to altitude a little quicker that way. Need our landing lights because we're well up above.
November 124, Mike Charlie, Atlanta Center 132.907, we'll see you.
3297 for Mike Charlie. Good day.
Don't believe we're going to need any anti-ice right now.
Diamond 85 Delta Delta, the wind at OSU 250 at 8, 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, 985 Delta Delta. Thanks for your help.
Let's take a look at our approach on the Spider 4 as we are
United
arrival.
182, Chicago Center 134.87, 3487, we'll see you.
Expecting runway 34. Landing north runways 34 from Spider on
United
track
182. Thank you.
149 to Ducks, then heading a 151 or as assigned by ATC. So heading a one, there's Ducks. Here's Montebello is our actual transition. So Montebello at flight level 210, reading at 13. So let's check this. 210, there's MOL, which is your Montebello VOR, flight level 210, so that is already in there. Next altitude restriction would be 13,000 at Reading, and there's 13,000 at Reading, Hemi. Then between 12 and 11,000, and we need a 280, so 280 on the speed bug there, because we need
And
to
center
remind
citation
ourselves there.
518 Tango Tango. We're going to have to stop here at 390. It's not going to want to climb anymore, even though I filed 410.
November 518 Tango Tango, copy, maintain flight level 390.
And then over to Ducks then. There's no altitude restriction at Ducks.
Roger,
So
we'll maintain 390, 8 Tango Tango.
Transition altitude.
transition altitude now. Let's go ahead and go standard barometric pressure here. So now we're on standard baro.
FedEx 3305, contact
Passing through
Chicago
flight level
Center
180 en route to
134.87,
290.
3487, we'll see you.
All right, so our approach, Montebello VOR, flight level 210, descending down to 13,000 by Reading. And we need to
November
be
6238 Alpha, contact India
between 11 and 12 at Hemi and no greater than 280
we'll see you.
on the speed. And we've bugged ourselves into that. And then we're going to want to be at about 250 then.
Indianapolis Center, good afternoon. Delta 1080, level
Below
13,000.
10,000 there.
Delta 1080, Indy Center, good evening. Climb maintain level 320. You can proceed direct to Fort Wayne.
1300
That's
on
Foxtrot
Warsaw.
Whiskey Alpha.
All right, let's go look at
Right
our...
up to flight level 320 and direct to Fort Wayne, Delta 1080.
Go back to our map here and let's look at our approach.
Indy Center, Diamond 9085 Delta Delta, clear 27 left at Bravo. Request taxi to the ramp by Alpha.
Diamond 85 Delta Delta, proceed as requested. You have a good one, sir.
Wowzer at 1300 is our final approach
Thanks, you do
fix.
the same. Happy New Year.
2-2.
Wowzer at 1300. So 130 is going to be our altitude pre-select when we follow the VNAV profile.
UPS 34. UPS 34, Indy Center, go ahead, sir.
Flight level 190, climbing 290.
Requesting IFR clearance to Bonn Airport. UPS 34 Heavy Indy, okay,
Step
you
away
are
for
cleared
just
to
a
the
moment.
Echo Delta Delta Kilo Airport Frederick 5 departure, shipper transition as filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect flight level 33010 and it's after. Departures with me on this frequency, squawk 6654.
UPS is cleared to Echo Delta Delta Kilo Airport via Federal Fire Departure Shipper Transition, then it's filed, climb maintain 5,000, file 33010, and set departure, which is squawk 6654 UPS. Good deploy.
UPS 34, every readback is correct. 17 right for departure. Push and start your discretion. Advise ready at 2 taxi.
17 right for departure. We'll call for taxi. UPS 34. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Had someone at the door. Climb detent. Flight level 230 now.
3245, you're going to relieve Meyer space to the west. Kansas City Center is offline. Your radar services terminated. Frequency change to advisory is approved. Show the plate.
Happy New Year, Journey I.
Over to Unicom, 32.8, up 3245.
Thanks for joining us today. All right. So, looking at our approach plate here, we've already briefed our arrival. Now we're looking at our approach. Wowzer at 1300. We're going to take the RNAV right into runway 34. So, after we get to the ducts at the end of our start, we will make our way to our initial approach fix of Varmint, then Rutland, then Mandom, and then Wowzer is our final approach fix there on the RNAV Yankee approach into Richmond. If you just joining us here, we just briefed our arrival here a while ago. We're going to come in on the Spider 4 arrival with the Montebello transition. We have a couple of altitude restrictions there. We need to be at flight level 210 as we enter the arrival at Montebello, and then down to 13,000 at Reading, and between 11 and 12 at Hemi with a speed restriction of 280 knots, and then we'll make our way to ducks as we finish out the star, which you can see here. Ducks is the beginning of our actual approach into Richmond. So we're approaching the Henderson VOR now, roughly 35 miles away. 35 miles from Henderson VOR, you can see there. And you see where our top of descent is going to start there before we... you can see our top of descent marked over there in green right here. And if I were to zoom in just a little bit here, it's going to be this side, I guess. Yep.
November 518 Tango Tango, you can expect ILS runway 22 approach at Lexington. Your discretion to send across the Louisville VOR at 17,000, 17,000. The Louisville altimeter 3002.
Roger, we'll expect the ILS runway 22 Lexington, and could you give
level
us,
280,
I didn't know what VOR
approaching
that was.
290, that's going to be our cruise altitude today.
Number 518 Tango Tango, Louisville.
So then we'll pull back
India,
on the throttles
India,
as we approach the top of our
17,000.
cruise level here and go into cruise mode.
Roger, we'll cross India uniform at 17,000, citation 518 Tango Tango.
Throttles back.
Indianapolis Center, Delta 53 with you at 130.
Delta
we just watch our speed and
53,
keep
Indy
ourselves
Center,
out of the
good
red.
evening. Climb and maintain, stand by 1 second. Delta 53, climb and maintain flight level 310. You can proceed direct the Nashville VOR. That's Bravo, November, Alpha.
All right, up to 310 and direct Nashville VOR, Delta 53.
Indy Center, good afternoon. This is November 14th with Bravo, 44 to the south of Kansas City VOR with the flight level 310.
Number 4236 Bravo, Indy Center, good evening, Brent. Squawk 6656.
6656 in the spot. Indy Center, good afternoon.
20 miles away from Henderson VOR now.
370.
That lines up with what we're seeing on the MFD
265
there.
Heavy Indy Center, good evening, squawk 6655, 6655.
6655 for Giant 265 Heavy, right.
Clouds are pretty unbelievable in Microsoft Flight Sim.
Number 4236 Bravo's radar contact position is reported level 310. Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Giant
All right.
265 Heavy is radar contact. You are 13 miles from Samsville, VOR, level 370. Cincinnati altimeter is going to be 29908 and descend across Sargo at maintain 1000, 11,000.
Roger, descend,
Approaching
maintain,
flight level 290 now.
Cross Fargo 110, 11,000. Thank you.
And there's our 290. We'll pull out of the climb and into the cruise detent now. We level off here. Flight level 290 now. Coming up at 10 miles from the Henderson VOR. We can see our top of descent ahead of us. So as we get locked in here at 290, I'm going to take the altitude pre-select down to our 1300. We'll let the
4726
capabilities of the
descend
plane
via the Paisley arrival.
take care of us. What's the lane doing here? We're still in good shape.
Southwest 4726 will descend via the Paisley 4 arrival.
You can see the red coming in on our speed tape there, so we're going to have to pull our throttles back here shortly just to keep ourselves in check. So 1300 is our final approach fix on the RNAV. So you can see the top of descent there marked on our
Delta 1080,
MFD.
Chicago Center
2 miles now, Henderson VOR.
134.87, 3487. We'll have a good one. See you.
Over Chicago Center on 3487. Have a good one, Delta 1080.
Right, and we take a look now. We have picked up the Montebello VOR now, 147 miles away. And our top of descent will start just before that. Approaching 289 now on the speed tape, climbing 290. And we're going to redline just a little over 300, so around 305. So we're going to need to pull the pipe throttles back just a little bit, keep ourselves in check and not get into the overspeed situation here. You're joining along with us. We are making an IFR flight, Sunday afternoon flight from India 68, Warren County, Lebanon, Ohio, over to Richmond, Virginia. We're working this on VATSIM tonight, or today. All right, so we're going to pull back just a little bit on the throttles. 296, 295, we'll try to steady that where we're not losing speed and not gaining speed. Play with the throttles here just a little bit. 93.9. 94. We'll find the sweet spot here momentarily. There's 95 on the N1. Still losing a little altitude, or not altitude, but a little speed. Bump that on up to about 96 and see what we're doing. See if we're climbing or maintaining. 95.8 right now. Decent shape with that. What a pretty plane. Love this paint job. The white with red and gray stripes there. November 7th.
Good afternoon, Delta 1031 with you checking in. Climbing through flight level 290 for flight level 340. We are 35 miles to the moon.
Fantastic.
Delta 1031 Indy Center, good evening, sir. Squawk 6657.
What do we have on?
Delta 1031, your radar contact position
sure wish
is
we were
reporting
going to lose
climate
ATC coverage there. Looking
maintain
at
level
the
340.
VATSIM scopes there, we're going to fly out of the coverage area. When I started this and was prepping for the flight, filed my flight plan, we had coverage all over the Virginia area as well. So I was hoping that would come back online, but if it don't, we'll finish out the flight without it.
Southwest 4405 Atlanta Center 132.907. We'll see you.
3297 Southwest 4405, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Let's go back and look at our arrival again. Montebello VOR, we need to be at flight level 210. We're currently at 290. So we got to shed...
November 716 Delta Mike, you're going to be leaving airspace to the east. Washington Center is currently offline. Radio services terminated. Frequency change to advisories approved. To the flight. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for your help. Frequency change approved. Citation 716 Delta Mike.
Giant 265 Heavy, Cincinnati, altimeter 2999er.
Sucks.
November 518 Tango Tango, the local altimeter 3003.
All right, we're going to go ahead and enable our VNAV here.
November
This will change to
87,
VALT.
correction, November 887 Echo 0 Echo Mike. Sorry about that. The John Glenn altimeter 2995.
Ground speed 505 knots. We've got a tailwind there, guys. That's the fastest I believe I've ever flown it. Usually in the 430s to 450s. Running 506 knots over the ground right now. That is screaming. Helps to have the tailwind, doesn't it? So we're currently 112 miles from the Montebello VOR, making an indicated airspeed of 294 knots. That's 507 knots over the ground, flight level 290, and we're going to descend down to flight level 210 by the time we reach the Montebello VOR. So we will keep an eye on that. I've activated the VNAV profile for the aircraft, so the airplane will take us down and meet all the altitude restrictions. I'll manage the throttles and speed and meet our one speed restriction, which is 280 knots as we get inbound on to Hemi on the Star arrival into Richmond, which is the Spider 4 arrival. Could we get some ATC to come back online before we reach our destination? Probably not. So you can see us here. It's November 716 Delta Mike. You can see we're going to leave the airspace here shortly. That was online when I left between Cincinnati and Dayton there from Warren County. Then after we got our flight plan filed and got everything into the FMS, into the computer, and got the plane ready to taxi, just before takeoff, the Washington Center went offline and we lost our ATC for our destination. So this is the advantage of Pilot Edge, which I do fly. I flew last night, a Pilot Edge flight from Centennial, Colorado over to Salt Lake City, and that was a really fun flight in the CJ4. The CJ4 mod by working title is really nice, gives a lot of capabilities to this. I think it's only got Microsoft Flight Center 2020 or Flight Sim 2020 is only going to get better and better as the time goes on. So all right, so 95 miles now from the Montebello VOR. Gradually reaching our top of descent before we get to Montebello. We need to be at flight level 210. So we will manage the throttles and the airspeed ourselves as we continue to hover right around that 500 knots over the ground airspeed at between 290 and 300 indicated airspeed.
November 518 Tango Tango, descend across the Lexington VOR at Hotel Yankee Kilo at maintain 4000, Lexington altimeter 3001.
Sorry about that. My friend walked in. Could you please repeat yourself?
Yeah, no worries. November 518 Tango Tango, descend across the Lexington VOR at Hotel Yankee Kilo at 4000, Lexington altimeter is 3001.
All right, we'll cross the Lexington VOR at 4,000, and the altimeter is 3001. Thank you, 8 Tango Tango.
508 knots over the ground. Teetering right below that red line there. The
T
airspeed.
Southwest 4726 is going to be leaving my airspace to the south and west. Unfortunately, Memphis is offline. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change to advisories. Approach to the flight. We'll see you next time.
So we're getting closer to our top of descent here. I think I found the sweet spot at 95.2 on the N1 there with the throttles, and we're covered
Delta
just below that
53,
red line there at 300 through 302.
and then resume on
And
navigation.
indicated airspeed, making
Direct
about
IFR
500 knots over the ground.
Delta 53.
At flight level 290.
Center 8870 Echo request.
We've got the VNAV
November
capability
8870, okay, guys.
enabled here on the
Yeah, can I get higher?
autopilot.
9,000.
November 8870 Echo, climb maintained at 9,000. John Glenn, altimeter 2995.
Up to 9,000, 2995, 8870 Echo.
Just really hoping our ATC coverage would come back, but it's not looking good for us. By the time we land there is when it'll come back. The only downside to VATSIM really is the unreliability of your guaranteed air traffic control. What happened here? A bit of turbulence, maybe?
Indy Center, good afternoon.
Right
FedEx
at our
3600,
descent.
roll flight level 360.
Use the spoilers and get us down here just a little bit.
FedEx 3600 Indy Center, good afternoon. Squawk, Squawk ident. FedEx 3600 Heavy's radar contact 3-4 miles
See a
to the
little bit
north
of bumps and turbulence
and east
there,
of the
I believe.
Zanesville VOR, level 360. Welcome aboard.
56 miles now from
This is
Montebello.
check, thank you for FedEx 3600.
We'll reach our top of descent and get down to flight level
UPS 34
210.
Heavy, Louisville altimeter
By the time we reach
3003,
Montebello-
17 right,
Montebello
taxi via
VOR.
Bravo, clear to cross runway 29er Bravo.
Across the runway 29er at Bravo, taxi to runway 170 Bravo, UPS 34 Heavy.
If you're joining us today, we appreciate you tuning in for the stream. If you like these videos, I enjoyed this. Pretty new to the streaming, but really like the flight simming and
CBEX
learning how to
2281
fly
Indy
these
Center,
private
good
business jets.
afternoon.
Pretty
Climb
cool.
maintain level 340. Proceed direct the Nashville VOR to Bravo November Alpha. 340
I am currently in the
Nashville,
process of
221
obtaining my
56.
PPL. I'm about 16 hours in. I've soloed a few times. I'm learning on a Citabria tailwheel aircraft. And I'm doing that out of Warren County, India 68 by home airport, which is where I took off today in this citation CJ4. Lots of cloud. We're cloud surfing today. White as far as you can see. I'm actually about to leave here after this flight to actually drive to the airport and catch a real flight down to Atlanta, Georgia this week as I'm traveling for work.
Destination ATC is 119.15.
9.15, so we will not tune that in. Just
Giant
because
265 Heavy, since you approach 123.87, 2387, we'll see.
387 for Giant 265 Heavy. Thanks, Charlie. Good day.
we should be approaching our top of
Indy
the
Center,
descent here
good
just
afternoon,
any minute.
American 805. We're with the flight level 360.
We're 38 miles now from the Modelo VOR.
805 Indy Center, no problem. Squawk
If you watch the
6660.
altitude
Alright,
tape here, we should start to see the
for,
snowflake coming
05.
down as we get
Tell
ready
me
to
something.
approach our top of descent. Predicting
I hope
here
not.
to drop us down at just below 2,000, or just a little less than 2,000 feet per minute. It looks like it's what the FMS is going to
Julia
do for
Lima
us.
Alpha 847
We'll have to
Indy
pull back
Center,
on the throttles here to
515,
maintain
sir.
our speed, to keep from overspeeding. Because we're teetering right there at it right now. Top of descent should be coming up here just any minute.
There's a few of them on. The center control I'm talking to is on 3487.
Go ahead and
American
zoom in a little bit.
805, I got your radar contact.
So you can see on our
37
PFD
miles to
there,
the east of the
almost to
Charleston
the top of
VOR.
descent.
Maintain flight level
A little bit
360.
of bumps up here today.
Okay. We'll maintain 360 and acknowledge all. Thanks.
You can see us here on the map where we are no ATC coverage right now as we're approaching into the Richmond area. Alright, we're right at our top of descent now. Top of descent indicated on our PFD there, at the top left hand corner there, just above where it says FMS1 in magenta. Just there to the left of the heading bug of 110. So there it's flashing, and there's our snowflake coming in right here on the altitude, and here comes our descent, and I'm coming back on the throttles now because we need to stay below the red line there. Take a look at the throttles here. I pulled it back about halfway, and I will probably have to use the spoilers just a little bit to keep us in line, keep us from overspeeding. And we are on our descent now, passing through flight level 270 on our way to flight level 210 by the time we reach Montebello. We got 21 miles till we reach that VOR, and that is one of our first altitude restrictions on the arrival into Richmond. The next altitude restriction comes at Hemi, I believe, where we need to be down
UPS 34 Heavy, Squawk Mode Charlie, the wind is 270 at 10, RNAV lean 1.
between 11 and 12,000 at 280. If you take a look here on the top right corner, you see a magenta. 21,000 is bugged over there.
Starfleet
Because that
1,
is
your
our next
discretion to
altitude
send across
restriction.
Fort Wayne
And
at
all I
VOR
have set is
Foxtrot
the altitude pre-select of
Alpha at maintain
1300,
level 240.
which is going to be our lowest level where we do our final approach fix
Fort
before
Wayne,
we
maintain flight
go
level
into the runway there at
240,
Richmond.
Starfleet
So
1.
by arming the VNAV, the plane takes care of our vertical profile and our descent right into Richmond, and all I have to do is manage the speed. And then if we were to be vectored by anything with ATC, we would do that, of course. But in this case, we've lost ATC coverage, and we are going to just descend via the star, then the approach into runway 34 on
November
the
518 Tango
RNAV
Tango
Yankee.
depart the Lexington VOR heading 040, descend and maintain 3000.
Lexington VOR with a heading about heading 040.
Flight level 240 now, en route to flight level 210. Making 300 knots indicated airspeed, about 445 knots over the ground, and we're just below the red tape there. And we are 8 miles out from the Montebello VOR. Where we need to be at
Center,
flight
good
level
evening.
210. We're now at 230, descending down 210.
350.
I'm sorry, last aircraft here, call sign only.
JUS 831.
Jet USA 31 Indy Center, good evening, Squawk 6661.
6661.
Hemi at 280 is our next real restriction here. 4 miles now, Montebello, passing through flight level 220 en route to 210.
Jet USA 831 Indy Center. I've got you a radar contact 31 miles north of the Rosewood VOR coming through flight level 320. Maintain flight level 340.
We'll maintain flight level 340. Check that thing.
Bit of bumps there. There we are approaching flight level 210, and we're 1 mile out from Modelo, and we are at our restriction, our altitude restriction there. So, looking good on the airspeed, 290 knots, flight level 210, crossing Montebello, now 16 miles from
518 Tango Tango Lexington,
Zumut.
altimeter 3001.
Roger, 3001.
Let's go previous. Zumut is our next, then Dixon, then Reading. Reading at flight level 130,
Any possibility
13,000.
we can get up 380? Affirmative, American 805, fly maintain level 30.
So if we zoom in here,
Okay,
you can see
380.
Zumut, then Dixon, then Reading, then Hemi. Hemi is our altitude restriction with a speed restriction of 280 knots as we cross there. We are at that 280 mark right now. Can pick up the speed a little bit though if we like, for the sake of time.
GPS
Because
34,
we don't have that speed
report
restriction
altitude
until we
passing.
get there. Then as we get down in below 10,000, we'll draw back to 249 to 250 knots. below
UPS
10,000
34 heavy, roger,
as we
proceed
gear up for
direct
our
to shipper,
approach.
climb maintain 10,000, 10,000.
Indianapolis Center, Starfleet 1 needs to leave the cockpit for 5 minutes.
Starfleet 1, make it a quick one, sir. I'm getting ready to hand you off to Chicago.
Flight level 210 still. And VNAV is still armed, which will get us down to our next altitude that we need to meet, which is going to be 13,000 at Reading. Obviously, we're not to Reading yet, so we don't need to descend just yet. The plane's going to manage that through the RNAV for the VNAV features of the plane.
Indianapolis
You can see
Center, American
V
182, flight level
armed
330.
here in the ribbon. With
American 182
half.
ND Center, good evening, welcome aboard.
That means that it's going to carry us down to our next altitude restriction of 13,000. Shortly, you'll see 13,000 bug here in the
FedEx
top right.
3600,
And then there
pilot
comes our
discretion
snowflake
descend
here,
to be the
getting, as we
Snakefoot
get
2
ready
arrival, landing
that descent.
southeast, the Indianapolis altimeter
So we're
is
less than a mile from Zumut. There we
2999.
go. We're crossing Zumut now. We're 13.8 to Dixon. That lines up with what I see on ForeFlight here. So there's
Yeah, maybe if I got
13
my
miles
directions
now
right,
to
it'd be
Dixon.
better. Southwest, sorry about that. So
Reading
they're
is our
landing
next
on the 23.
altitude restriction.
Alright, southwest, yep, we got a 23 left in the mark, thanks.
There's our snowflake coming in, and we are descending. Add in a little bit of spoiler, come back on the
UPS
throttle
34
a little
heavy,
bit.
climb and maintain level 330, proceed direct Henderson at Hotel November, November.
Thank you, sir. Starfleet 1 is back to the cockpit.
Starfleet 1, thank you, sir, welcome back.
When your wife calls, your wife calls.
True that.
He's not married.
Flight level 190 now, as we descend down
Southwest
and get ready to
5280,
meet our
Indy,
13,000
6662.
altitude restriction. Managing our airspeed right now as we're getting ready to descend back down into the clouds here shortly, as you can tell, looking out in front of us. If you take a look here now, just above the vertical speed indicator, 13,000 is now bugged in magenta, and that is our next altitude restriction at Reading, as you can see. So we are
Southwest 5280, radar contact
4 miles.
18 miles north and east of Livingston, VOR for level 3
still to Dixon, and another 13 from there to Reading.
Maintain 10,000,
So about 17 miles
10,000.
out to where we need to be at
Altimeter-
13,000.
Our Tri-Cities altimeter is 2997. Starfleet 1, Chicago Center,
2988. Let's get off from standard barometric now.
3047, have a good day, sir. Starfleet 1.
2988. There's 2988. $17,000 now, descending down 13,000. 300 knots indicated
American
airspeed.
805, going to step away for just a few minutes. Doesn't look like we're
12
going to
miles
step
to
in to
ready.
anybody here.
Roger that, just report back, please. Thanks.
Yes.
AVAX 2281, proceed direct. I have.
Speak to it.
Welcome to the clouds. We are now descending through the soup. Oh, we need a little
Number
bit of engine
518
icing.
Tango flighting 320 back to
Pick up a
runway
little
22.
bit of ice here if we're not careful. Let's get this anti-ice on.
Center 8870. Can we get 11,000 now?
Number 8870 Echo, fly maintain 11,000, 11,000.
11,000. 8870.
Speed, bring in some spoilers here. Get our speed back down. We need to get ourselves down to 280
Number
knots here.
518 Tango is 9 miles
Bring our
from
spoilers full. Bring our speed down. We're 3 miles from our altitude and speed restriction. There's 280. Take the spoilers out and manage some throttles now. All right, 280, approaching 13,000. Actually, our speed restriction is at Hemi, but Hemi is
34 heavy, climb
only 6
maintain
miles
level
out.
330.
So we are in good shape here on speed and altitude. Next altitude restriction comes at 11,000. 11,000 at Hemi will be above 11, below 12. And that's our 280 knots, as you see bugged in there. 250 then when we get to Spider. And we will get ourselves lined up for... Let's go ahead and let's take a look at our preferences here. And our approach speed is 118. And I should set my minimums here. And let's take a look at that.
5280 Atlanta Center now,
161 to 361, so we'll call it 370. For minimums.
Number 4236 Bravo, Roger. The John Glenn altimeter 29905 D7
Right, minimums are set. 370.
17,905 on the altimeter.
Making our way over to Spider now. If we look at
Number
our plate,
4236 Bravo, you can expect the ILS runway 28 up.
Spider at 8,000. Spider at 8,000. That lines up with the approach with the arrival plate and what we have in the FMS. So Spider at 8,250 knots. 8 miles. So we'll go ahead and bring in some more spoilers. Let's get our speed down. We need to be down to about 250 knots. There's 260, 259, 256, 53, 54.
Delta 53, thought I'd give you earlier, but if not, keys on
There's our 250 knots here.
Yep.
See if we can't hold some speed here. We are in the soup. Let's go ahead and get some landing lights coming on. A little early, but I'm going to go ahead and get them while I'm thinking about it. Actually, we're below 10,000, so that's right where we need to be. Landing lights are on. Strobes and navs are on. Beacons are on. Anti-ice is on. 245 on the speed. We're good. Descending down 9,000. Altitude restriction 8,000 by Spider. We're 3.4 miles away from Spider and looking good on the speed at 248 knots. Expecting
November
250.
518 Tango Tango, the wind at Lexington 280. Runway 22
Oh, we have ATC at Richmond now. (126.8). 126.8.
Jet 129 Indy Center, good afternoon. Climbing tape over.
Richmond approach.
Request 3586, be 210 knots forward, sequencing. Request 3586.
Richmond approach, citation 716 Delta Mike is 8,000 descending down on the Spider 4 arrival into Richmond.
Citation 716 Delta Mike, Potomac approach, good afternoon, squawk 2171.
2171, citation 716 Delta Mike. 217. 2171. We're squawking.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, clear to contact, 27 miles northwest of Richmond. Expect the RNAV Yankee runway 34 approach.
All right, we will expect RNAV 34 Yankee, or RNAV Yankee 34 approach, citation 716 Delta Mike.
Citation 716 Delta Mike, proceed direct ducts, cross ducts at 3,500. The Richmond altimeter 2987.
Direct ducts 3,500, and what was that altimeter one more time?
Citation 6 Delta Mike, altimeter 2987.
2987, citation 716 Delta Mike. $3,500 on the, leave it just like we got it there. Yep. Direct ducts. $2987. We got some ATC back.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, cross Varmint at or above 2,800. Clear RNAV Yankee, runway 34 approach. Report final approach course.
All right, cross Varmint at 2,800, clear for the RNAV Yankee, and we'll let you know on final. Citation 716 Delta Mike. All right, we need to do a couple of things here. Varmint 2,800, so 2800, and plug that in there, and previous here. We want to go ducts direct. There we go. And execute. $210 is our speed restriction at Varmint. We are in the soup. $2,800 now. We need to get down to 210 knots. And we got lucky and picked up some ATC on VATSIM for the Richmond area just before we got there, so it worked out okay. I was hopeful. We'll need some more spoilers though to get ourselves down to this 210 knot restriction. We don't need it there just yet. We're at about 230 knots right now. So we go down through 5,300, our way down to 2,800. $227 knots. We need to be at 210 on the initial approach fix at Varmint. Crossing Wowzer, 1,300. We are definitely in the soup. Seven for Armit, we need to be at 210. Bring in some spoilers to get ourselves there. Alright, so there's our 210. See our top of descent there, Mark, just past Rutland, as we want to get down to 1300 as we get to Wowser for our final approach fix.
Push us 3586 to maintain 3000. 3000, bring out to 4530 something.
We're below 200 knots.
3586 to Par Richmond heading 190.
Bring in our first notch of flaps.
86.
Go ahead and bring our gear down. Spoilers are down. Picking up some drag here.
Altitude.
Wowser should give us a 3-mile final. Richmond approach, citation 716 Delta Mike, 3-mile final, runway 34.
Citation 6 Delta Mike, Potomac approach, wind 320 at 7, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, citation 716 Delta Mike. Fully configured, boy, we're all over the place here. Wind is rough. Disengage the autopilot. bit. Runway is in sight. Gear is down. Speed is looking good.
Brickyard 3586, maintain 2000.
2000, Brickyard 3586.
Final runway 34. $500. Damn.
Brickyard 3586, 5 miles from Kafka, turn left heading 360, maintain 2000 to establish on localizer, 0 hours, 34 approach.
Hey, 360, 2000 to establish code 34 approach, Brickyard 3586.
Station 6 Delta Mike, welcome to Richmond Bay Parking.
Go east route 4, citation 716 Delta Mike. Clear runway 34.
Station 6 Delta Mike, taxi runway, correction, taxi to ramp. Have a good one.
Taxi to ramp. Thanks for your help tonight. Have a good day. That was a road through there, but it's not. All right. Make it work. All right. That was a successful flight into Richmond. We were able to pick up VATSIM ATC, so that was nice. That's going to do it. Park and brake is set. And throttles are idle. And let's go down here, and we will kill the engines. Right engine off, left engine off. Beacon lights are out here. And avionics are off. Continue. And master is off. All right, that's going to do it. We appreciate you joining us. I've got to get out of here. I've got to go catch a flight. And until next time, we'll see ya. Later.